Hello, friends. Jersey Maniac. Smash that like and subscribe button. Or still don't. It's fine. Today we're going to complain about crowdfunders in general. So we're going to start with the Ghost. The Ghost is currently at 8,756 backers. $500. Right? $500? Yeah. First tier at 11,000, second or last tier at 17,000. Greedy. Very greedy. And for this dead scale monstrosity to go through, I've called 3.75 dead scale for a while now, because that's what it is. Like, it's a dead scale. The vintage collection is the only thing keeping that scale alive. And vintage collection in general does very well. It's really weird. Like it like transcends the whole 112 revolution. Because when you think, like, the G.I. Joes that came out failed miserably. This craptastic Marvel retro nonsense failed miserably. Jurassic Park shit fails miserably. Don't even fucking bring up reaction figures with their fucking 1 point of articulation in 1999 stores. Like, if you're a store ordering reaction, you are a fucking idiot. I don't know how Flynn convinced Target to get those pieces of shit in there. But, like, I've never seen one sell. Like, I don't understand. Sometimes they sell when they're $4 on clearance, because that should be regular retail price for those things. Anyway, so the scale for Star Wars, though, I mean, I guess just because it's just been in that scale since it started, it's still going strong. So, good. I don't understand how people are paying these prices for a figure this big, but we'll get to that in a minute. So these tiers. The problem with this, and again, you've got plenty of time and you'll probably get there. We're just going to talk about it anyway. So the problem with these tiers is they're all figures you absolutely need. And Hasbro has this ridiculous bullshit rule that if a figure that's offered as a tier doesn't get unlocked, they won't just release it anyway. They even said, Lenny from the G.I. Joe team put it, I can't make it. Why? No reason. It's literally just a punishment. I don't have a fucking Mephisto. I don't have a Goblin Queen. Why? Because they're crying that their $350 car didn't get funded. It is beyond sickening. That's why the tiers for the Dragonfly suck. Because Lenny was like, I'm not going to risk it. So we get Night Force, 2 Night Force figures, which they're going to repaint and put out again. And Glenda, which, let's face it, nobody really cares about. But now, of the tiers, Glenda's the best one. She was the worst when announced, and she slowed that meter to a crawl. Just because nobody cared. And they're going to easily repaint her and turn her into a Scarlet, obviously. So, Zeb, all the way at 17,000, a greedy-ass 17,000. So Hasbro will tell you that if they don't get their 8 million in change or whatever, you get no Zeb. So how can you imagine this thing funding but not unlocking that last one, and you all have 4 members of the team? That would be something. I hope for your sakes that it does not happen. I do. Because it's bad enough that they are going to make you pay $27.99 for a deluxe Sabine. Like, unbelievable. Sabine, yes. I forgot if it was Sabine or Sabine. It's Sabine. I wasn't the biggest Rebels fan, so I don't care about this at all. But I mean, I know enough people that do like it to where I hope it goes through and I hope it gets all unlocked. However, I don't like that we are at the point where there is not just an explosion of complaints about $27.99 for this 3.75 figure. This little teeny tiny figure with a loath cat. $30 fucking dollars. Like, are you serious? So the fact that there is not a huge amount of complaining, because you have to get it, you need the full team, so you have no choice. You can try waiting for clearance, but I don't know if it'll go well, because unfortunately Star Wars fans are not very bright for the most part, and they just buy everything. So the fact that there is not a whole shitload of complaints means that, like, we're now settling into accepting getting ripped off from the billion-dollar company, which is really sad. The Ghost price itself, $500 for that thing, is a ripoff. I'm sorry, but no lights, just a big ship, $500. Come on, way too high. 17,000, way too high. So that's sad. This is one time I'm very happy that I don't collect to that scale. I have a few of them. Some of them are better than others, just like every other action figure line. But there's not anything they could offer for $27.99 and have me be like, "Whoo, that's so worth it. I need that." Like, nothing. Not the Dark Trooper. Certainly not Paz Vizsla. What was the one before that? Oh, the Ahsoka with like an owl. Like, oh my god. And a Boba Fett with just a few Stormtrooper heads. $27.99. Unbelievable. Yakface posted a picture of the $40 little midget Kersantin today. They really fucked that one up. $10 an inch. He's not even remotely close to big enough. That's really sad. I feel bad for you guys for that one too. Everyone who bought that, I feel bad for you. Because you got fucking ripped off. You got duped. Awful. Now, next one. Super 7. Super 7, as of the time I took this screenshot a little while ago, is at 1318. 1,318 out of 3,000 required backers. Now, there's a man on Instagram. We want more ThunderCats. A friend of mine calls him Thundercuck. And it could not be more fitting. But he is, like, his level of shill is literally worse than everyone else in the shill business. Like, by far. Because there has never been a Super 7 release that he has not instantly called fabulous. That piss-flavored fucking Chitara. He's like, this is great. The toy versions of the ThunderCats Ultimates, like, $55 for a worse figure that you already have with less accessories, mostly reuse, and literally looks like shit. And he's like, there's so much demand for these. This is... Oh my god. So I kind of hope that the whole thing doesn't even go through at all, just to fuck him over. But I have another friend who also really likes ThunderCats more so than I do. So for him, I hope it goes through. It's tough. It's a tough way to pick which way to root here. But I imagine it will get unlocked. But the tiers are garbage. Like that table and a see-through Lion-O. No one cares. No one cares. Tiers are supposed to inspire you to buy the thing. These two are a deterrent. And this early bird key thing, No one cares. I've yet to see anyone except the Thundercuck be like, "Oh my god, the key of Thundera!" Like, oh well, now I need to order it right away. Come on. No, no one cares. Because Flynn is very cheap. Like, Flynn is the cheapest toy maker in the industry today. However, this Cat Slayer is spectacular. There's just no other way to put it. It's great, and for only $7.50 shipped, like, to me, the value you're getting for the Cat Slayer is quadruple that of the $500 Ghost. It just goes to show that Star Wars is just that much more popular than ThunderCats, and rightfully so. Star Wars is far more relevant, and it's just a bigger franchise overall. I wish I could get the ThunderCats layer, but I mean, I can't. Like, my Ultimates sit right there, and that's the room I have for them. That's it. So, I have nowhere to put it. And that's okay. I will just save my money for other things. No problem. But I wish I could get it. I didn't get the Thunder Tank either. Again, nowhere to put it. I don't even think those two things are proportionately priced. Like, I think the Thunder Tank is overpriced if this giant layer is only $7.50. Whatever. So that one, I imagine it will go through it since it's halfway there. You got like 52 days left or some ridiculous shit. I don't understand why it's a thing that you guys out there wait until the last day to back a crowdfunder. Like, why do you do that? Like, I don't know how it is for Super7 if you pay for it right away or not, but I know for Hasbro, they're not charging you until it's funded. Or they're not charging you until the last day of the campaign. So, like, why not back at the first day? Why? Makes absolutely no sense. Now let's talk about Mattel and their creations. The Jurassic World Gates got 1,630 backers. They needed 5,000. 32%. Not good. Their WCW stage was a lot closer. It got 3,932 backers. Again, they needed 5,000. So that's 78% and not funded. Here's what needs to happen. Mattel. Pay attention. Write this down. The DC license is up again in a year or two. You should be on the phone with Warner Brothers right now, making sure that you get it back. Because without even thinking about it, what are things you could do with the DC license that would make you millions of dollars as long as you do a decent job and charge for it appropriately? An anti-monitor. Galactus-sized anti-monitor. Yep, that will fund. Giganta. Chemo. Starro. Oh my god. If they made a Starro, I do not like the original design where he's just a big fat starfish, kind of like he was in the movie. But if they make the more alien type where he's got like longer, thinner arms, I'd pay them whatever they wanted for it. Literally whatever they wanted. The world needs DC Legends. You already make WWE Legends. It's time for DC Legends. Rip off every single aspect of Hasbro toy making that is not copyrighted and just do it. There are a lot of people out there who... How can I put this? Mcfarlane fans, it seems to me, based on what I see on a regular basis, because that's all I base all my shit on, what I see. People can tell me whatever they want. If I don't see it, chances are it's not true. So I see some people who really genuinely seem to like the Mcfarlane figures and the Mcfarlane DC line. But to me, just like MCU collectors, you're a vocal minority. Because what Mcfarlane figures have not gone on clearance? There's not many. What Mcfarlane figures have sold really well, like right off the bat, just instantaneously really sold well. The Batmobile, which is, obviously a great offering at a great price. Perfect. Bane. Amazing figure. Sold out instantly. It's worth a ton on eBay already. Some of the Walmart stuff, like the Asbats, that sold pretty well. It was very hard to find. What else? What regular schmegular Mcfarlane release sells out and doesn't go on clearance? I can't think of any. Like when you go on Amazon, if you go on Amazon right now, the vast majority of figures they have are on sale. The ones that they don't have were all clearanced out. If you go on Target, they're on sale. GameStop, on sale. Like it's a clearance line. So I had made a post about that really bad Superman face in the Ultraman 2-pack. Like, it's so embarrassing. It's so bad. He looks like a smiling fucking dunce. And someone commented on my post, a non-follower. They're like, no, this will sell. This will sell great, just like every other figure in the line. I was like, what? So I had to click his page, right? And turns out he's got a YouTube too. I forget his name, or else I would totally call him out for the shill he is too. And I'm watching one of his videos, and it's a Mcfarlane review of like some Flash figure, and it's like he's just like, here's this Flash standing next to the movie Flash. Here's this Flash standing next to the animated Flash. Like, that's exactly what it sounded like. Exactly. And he's got like 30 Flash figures that Mcfarlane made. Wow. There are the collectors out there. It's not many of them. Like, I don't personally know anyone that has like a shelf dedicated to one character. You see the posts online sometimes, so they're out there, but I don't personally know anyone who has like an entire Wolverine shelf. You know what? That's not true. I know my friend Dan has a fucking giant-ass Batman shelf, so I take that back. I know one. But most collectors are not like that. I'm filming a video, so give me a minute. Give me a minute. So, fucking kids. So, no. Where was I now? Oh, yes, right. So, collectors, above all else, are team builders and world builders. We are not character collectors. It's just not the case. Like, the Legends team just fucking said it the other day. Like, what do they get? What do the fans get most excited about when you make? Like, teams, new characters. Like, how this man thinks, like, I'm just going to make 43 Batman a year and everyone's going to buy them. Like, how does he think that? Like, I have no idea. Two-Face Batman, Jokerized Batman. Clearance. That's what they are. Before they hit shelves, they're on clearance. In the pre-order stage, you may as well just put them on clearance. Because if you pay full price for that shit, you're a fool. It's going on clearance. Guaranteed. So anyway, again, what I see suggests that Mcfarlane fans are a vocal minority. And don't even quote the thing that said that they were the best-selling line. It's nonsense. It's one SKU. Every other fucking line has multiple SKUs. Like, it's the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard in my life. So don't even bother. So if Mattel put out the word to some nerds, I mean, I'm available, I'll do it, who actually know DC and want to actually run a real serious line and really try to compete with Hasbro, they would do an incredible job. DC Universe Classics, before the toy fucking guru ruined it just by being his awful, stupid ass self, sold like wildfire. That line was next to impossible to find. Especially if something was an exclusive, you had to get it off the pallets. It was brutal. And everyone wants DC Legends. Everyone wants 6-inch figures. Again, like 7-inch figures, nobody wants 7-inch figures. Like, exactly, like, what, if you ask me, what exactly do I want? I want a Batman that blends in perfectly with these Legends. That's it. One Batman a year. That's the smart approach. Not 43, but one. So just get some good sculptors. You don't need the 4 horsemen. They're busy anyway. Like, get some good sculptors. Do a fucking good job. Make great Build-A-Figures. And then you could crowdfund the living shit out of the giant DC characters. And they'll all go through. This is how you compete in the crowdfunding world, Mattel. Not fucking gates and stages that nobody wants. We want giant fucking figures that we don't already have. Easy. Makes sense, right? I mean, or you could keep farting around and fucking getting a third of the backers you require. I mean, it really seems like a great use of your time to put out something else that, I mean, just has a 0% chance of funding. You could go that route as well. Up to you. I think that's all I got today. Peace.